Hello there, and welcome to a quick update. For starters, I have finished recording the Battle for Wesnoth Let's Play, and in the last episode, I think I showed off all the campaigns that are available. Because I'd like to ask you guys if you want to see more Battle for Wesnoth, or if you would like to see me play something else. I'd probably like to return to Battle for Wesnoth at some point, but yeah, if there is a campaign you'd like to see right now, then I'd be happy to do it. Anyway, I figured that the last episode of Let's Play would probably be a bit on short notice to vote and record something else, or get into recording another campaign. So yeah, I'm going to show off all the campaigns here. We've played this one, so I'm not going to play that again. If you'd like to see how it played, if I gave, for example, a scepter to Lizal, if I had chosen a different campaign or a different scenario at some point, then just go ahead and play the game yourself. It's a pretty great game, so there's that. And I don't want to spoil everything. And yeah, the other campaigns, some of them I have finished on other computers, so you can't see it here because you don't, or I don't have like an account, and Wesnoth doesn't track it across all your playtime. I mean, why do they need to bother? It's just yeah. So we have the novice campaigns here. There was actually a novice campaign as well, although I think some of these scenarios were kinda hard, especially the one with the horseman tribes were annoying. So yeah, we have this one, which is a very short one. An evil mage is threatening the small village of Margrave and its inhabitants. The village's mage sends to his warrior brother for help, but not all goes as planned. Can you help? I think that might be a bit too short for my taste. An orcish incursion. Defend the forest of the elves against the first orcs to reach a great continent, learning valuable tactics as you do so. Another novice level campaign. Not sure I've played that because novice level and 7 scenarios. I like the long campaigns where you have a huge epic storyline. Okay, the South Guard. A young knight Daeran is dispatched to take command of the South Guard. Now, this is an introduction to Wesnoth as well. Although I do think they have a pretty nice tutorial. Liberty. That's one I never actually finished. I've played this, and I think I've been in one of the last scenarios, but I never really finished it for some reason. As the shadow of civil war lengthens across Wesnoth, a band of hardy marchlanders revolts against the tyranny of Queen Ashevere. To win their way to freedom, they must defeat not just the trained blades of Wesnothian troops, what a horrible word, but darker foes including orcs and undead. Intermediate campaign. Some of them were really difficult, because it actually has a stealth level, and I hate stealth levels in Wesnoth. Okay, Legend of Wesmere. The tale of Karlens, the High Lord who rallied his people after the second orcish invasion of the great continent and became the most renowned hero in the recorded history of the elves. Now, we've seen Karlens, hope you remember him. Yeah, so you see those campaigns are often pretty somewhere knit together, and they all add into each other, and they all add on to some aspects or some characters to some extent. Or they just continue the story of Wesnoth and the surrounding lands, which is also fine. The Eastern Invasion, I think this is a pretty difficult one. There are rumors of undead attacks on the eastern border of Wesnoth, not the western border, mind you. You, an officer in the Royal Army, have been sent to the Eastern Front to protect the villages and to find out what is happening. If we can check here, the Western Front of Wesnoth is fairly boring. Where were we? Right here. The Hammer of Thursagan. In the first years of the Northern Alliance, an expedition from Knalga seeks out their kin at Kalkartha and to learn the fate of the legendary Hammer of Thursagan. The perils of their journey through the wild northern lands, though great, pale beside the evil they will face at its end. Intermediate level, 11 scenarios, so kinda fun. Descent into darkness, learn the dark arts of necromancy in order to save your people from an orcish incursion. I like this one because it lets you play the undead, which is kinda rare. And you also don't play as the bog standard undead, you're evil and you try to kill everything. So this is actually a fun campaign. Has some pretty hard levels, because actually the first ones are horrible. Not horrible as in badly made, but they just don't play that well in my opinion, if memory serves. Delphador's memoirs, we know Delphador. Wesnoth seems to be slipping inexorably into chaos as marauding orcs pour south across the Great River, and mysterious and deadly creatures roam the night. Who is the shadowy Ilium Anna? Can you defeat him before he destroys all life in Wesnoth? Didn't we see Ilium Anna in the Other Throne campaign? I don't remember all the lich names, so yeah. Deadwater, this is one I greatly enjoy because I like to play as the non-human races. First, because it lets me go more direct for the various encyclopedia entries, which I do like. And secondly, because I just think that those more exotic units give the authors of those campaigns and the authors of Wesnoth. That's too many THs for me. They give him way more room for fantasy, because you can go nuts with those, and I just think that shows pretty well in those campaigns. And this one is fun. I think I've played this to one of the last scenarios. Never bothered finishing it though, for some reason. I think I just never got around to it. You are Kai Krellis, the son and heir of the last Merman king, but only a child. A necromancer is turning your subjects into undead slaves. Lead your people on a mission to convince a powerful merciless to help you repel the invasion. The oceans near the northern lands are perilous, so you will need cunning and bravery to survive. But first you need to gain the respect of your troops. Yeah, fun campaign. The Scepter of Fire, which actually has a little poem here. The land of Wesnoth's banner bold comes not from its own land. Okay. It comes from dwarfdom, grim and old, made by a runesmith's hand. So now I tell from whence it came, the fire scepter great, and of the makers of the same, their tale I now relate. Apparently this is one of the makers. I don't know him, I've not played this campaign. It's an expert campaign, so bloody hard. Son of the Black Eye, that's one I've actually finished in one of the earlier versions of Wesnoth. I don't think it changed that much. Your father, Curran Black Eye, was the greatest orcish leader that ever lived. And now, as his son, it's up to you to thwart the selfish designs of the humans who have broken the old agreements with the orcs and are bent upon taking your lands. Unite the warring orcish tribes, bring together the orcish council and call up the great horde to send the human worms and their ruse-born allies to the land of the dead. Yeah, I can see here it's a pretty long one, and that would take us a few episodes. A whole lot of episodes. Rise of Wesnoth, this is kind of the pre-story to the Heir to the Throne. Lead Prince Haldrick through the destruction of the Green Isle and across the ocean to establish the very kingdom of Wesnoth itself. Confrontation with the Lich Lord Yevian awaits. Jevian, I don't know how he pronounces himself. So yeah, this is way before the Heir to the Throne. Northern Rebirth. For the people of the Dwarven Doors, the choice was stark. Either drudge as downtrodden slaves for the orcs until the end of their brief and miserable lives, or risk all for freedom and rise up against their cruel overlords. Little did they suspect that their struggle would be the hinge of great events that might restore the Northlands to the glory they had once known. Now this campaign is one I've lost interest in the last level. Actually no, the computer I played it on, it's a huge campaign. And the computer I played it on, I think, broke down at some point, and I'm in the last level, and I never bothered finishing it. However, it has one of the worst first levels I know in Battle for Wesnoth, because, well, it's pretty difficult, because all you have are level 0 units, and you have to fight orcs of not level 0. And you need to throw a lot of units against those leaders to actually get them, or you have to save scum a lot. I think I went with throwing loads and loads of units onto the enemy. And yeah, the campaign gets pretty interesting. It has a lot of, or not a lot of, 30 scenarios, but it is pretty fun to play. Under the Burning Suns, this is a pretty interesting one. In the distant future, a small band of elves struggles to survive amidst the ruins of fallen empires. Lead your people out of the desert on an epic journey to find a new home. Yeah, what to say about it? It is a different setting. I didn't like the graphics. It was drawn a bit. It looked a bit weirdly drawn to my taste, at least the early versions. And I also wasn't particularly fond of the setting, but the campaign itself is pretty good. Very interesting. They had more of a roleplay focus, so they changed a bit on the leveling system there. We might look into it if you want. It's really fun. Soldier of Wesnoth. This is a huge campaign. Granted, some of the 31 scenarios are story levels, but still. 697 YW. I suppose years after Wesnoth's foundation? I don't know. More than 2 decades after King Conrad II died, leaving no heir, 3 noble houses vie for the control of the kingdom, which, still feeling the damages of Mal Ravanel's invasion, sees its glory and power slowly fade away. Meanwhile, in the southern province of Kurlath, a young peasant called Adrarin sets out to join Weldon's army, in order to be able to marry the fair Eleven. However, his travel will suffer some very unexpected twists, which will lead him to the main stages of the Second Civil War. Journey across Wesnoth, witness its decadence, meet old heroes, and save the kingdom from the enemies within and from the formidable lion of the desert. Yeah, 31 scenarios. Pretty interesting. I'm not sure what to say about it. I've not finished it. I think I was somewhere in the middle, although I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, that's all the campaigns from here. We can also look into add-ons if you have uploaded any of your own campaigns. If you made a campaign there and you wish to show that off and you wish me to play it, then just let me know there. But please make it a finished campaign. Yeah, I don't like playing unfinished beta campaigns or something, and yeah, it's just I actually don't mind playing them, but I wouldn't like playing them for the Let's Play. Yeah, so loads and loads of campaign. I'm not going to show them all to you. I'm not going to bother reading all those out, because some of them are actually, you can't see that here. You have to click description. So yeah, some don't have anything to do with Wesnoth, just use the tile set and units and all this stuff. What I often do is I check the size. So I sort by size, and then I just pick the biggest campaigns I can find, because those are usually the longest ones. You can see here, elves, withdrawn, blah. Sometimes they require additional music as well, or additional tile sets or graphics and stuff, which often comes in here. It's just delivered with it. Yeah, so loads and loads of campaigns. I'm not going to read all of those. Although, should have probably gone with a campaign here. So you see, it's well, not all of those are campaigns. There are also scenarios and eras and units and all that stuff, or resources. Not sure what those are good for. Oh yeah, music. So yeah, not all of this is or silly AI example, and also not overly useful. Yeah, so if there's anything that you made and you would like me to play, go ahead and suggest it. Leave a comment under this video. Don't bother. You can also leave comments under the other videos in which I ask for your comments, but I think it would make sense to comment on the continuation of the Let's Play here under this video, or just go ahead. I'm reading all the comments anyway, but it would make it easier to keep track of all the different votes. I'm not going to get into making an actual poll or anything. I just wanted to give you a chance to look through all the campaigns and see the choices there are. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the remaining bits of the Let's Play. And yeah, that's it for now. I'll see you next time. By the way, there will be a special video coming up in about a week. So yeah, looking forward to that. Still have to record it. I'm almost done with my exams for this year, so I should have more time to record very soon. But for now, I should get back to studying, and I'll see you next time. Bye!